Hello and welcome to the third episode of The Corner. With me, Frosted Glass, my friends Jack Gunsky.
Hello.
Terry Diamantis.
Hey everyone.
And Moonshock.
Hello.
And tonight's special guest, Ranting Monkey.
I'm not a special guest. I'm just another friend. How you guys doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Not bad.
And apparently the audio levels were kind of off in the last stream, so let us know in chat if, either I or my guests are too low or too high. Things like that.
By the way, I hate the way you guys say Terry's last name. You always fuck it up. I don't know why you do that.
Well, if you say it wrong, it's a microaggression.
Well, then you're microaggressing him. Stop doing that. It's Diamantis.
No. They're actually getting it right. It's just
Shut up, Australian. You don't know.
Just let it happen, Terry.
Just let it happen.
And our special guest, Ranting Monkey.
Hello, people.
Also today we're going to have a brand new
It sounds so posh when you guys say it. Diamantis.
Also
You should be
today
having tea with your finger up.
It's Diamantis.
Diamantis.
Like the man, like he's the mantis, like a villain, like a super villain or something.
Sounds like we should be kicking you out of my country. Stop it.
I'm not in your country, so you don't have to.
I said it sounds like.
Yeah. Just make sure you don't try to come here.
I
right.
don't plan to, no.
Monkey will be waiting for you at the airport.
And we're also going to be having a new segment at the end of the show where you and the chat can play along, so make sure you stay for that. Oh, what were you saying, Terry?
No, I don't remember. Can't have been too
It's
important.
teary.
Terry D. Mantis.
That's something he's a crybaby. He's a Terry Diamantis.
I gotta be nice. And Terry's like the nicest guy in the world, but the first time I heard people pronounce his name right, it's like, that's just not right. You need to change it for me.
It's funny. Steve
more
Shives is
chats.
actually. Before I told people how it's actually said, Steve Shives is the only one who ever got it close to right.
See? It only sounds right coming out of an asshole's mouth. You need to change that.
And thank you, El Demas, for subscribing.
That's Demas.
I don't know. I'm not saying any more names tonight.
Yeah.
Can't believe y'all are letting me correct you on names. Are you fucking kidding me?
Alright, so shall we get into the first article?
Sure.
Let's roll.
Alright, so this one's called I'm Out of Excuses for My Pro-Trump Family. Why I'm Done Trying to Tolerate All of the Trump Supporters in My Life.
Wow.
Real question: did you ever tolerate the Trump supporters in your life? Ever? Like from the word go?
And just remember, Trump is trying to divide us, everybody.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. After the 2016 election, I tried to come up with excuses for the majority of my family voting for Donald Trump. I tried to play devil's advocate and understand their reasoning. I tried to rationalize with Trump supporters on both sides of my big family. I tried seeing Trump through their warped point of view. I've heard every pro-Trump excuse in the book. They thought a billionaire businessman could run the government well. They said Trump's deregulation would make the economy soar for big, beautiful jobs.
And it did.
Mm-hmm.
Shh. No. So hate facts.
I'm full of those.
Oh, definitely.
They believed our establishments needed to get shook up. They hated Hillary with a vengeance. Well,
Now, before you get on to the stuff that he did in quotes wrong, how much do you think that she didn't listen at all and is going to repeat a whole bunch of lies verbatim? we should count the number. What do you think the over/under is on this? I'm going to guess 4.
I don't know. You'll have to keep track in chat. So
Well, this is probably another one of those people that also seems to think that the economic progress that we made is Obama's economy, and when it went to shit, that's Trump's economy.
Yeah. Well, here we are, reading it as written, to
Wow.
borrow someone else's catchphrase. In another election, Hillary Clinton isn't running. Our economic GDP tanked by 32.9%, which was totally Trump's fault, I assume. Unemployment in New York, my state, was 15.7% in June. Every federal department is under a flagrant attack, and the greedy billionaire con man is profiting off his emoluments.
What?
Uh-huh.
When is this a present day article, or is this person stuck in 2016?
This article is less than a week old.
How is he profiting?
Well, Trump, he just became president to make money. He needs money.
How do you blame the tanking GDP on Trump? It's not his fault.
Yeah, it is.
Whatever.
Because things.
It is because he was the president when it happened, and so therefore the president controls everything in the universe. So it's his fault.
Yeah.
Of course.
My family's every excuse. Oh.
Yep,
Go
go.
ahead.
My family's every excuse has been proven false. So you'd think their Trump votes would be changing, right? Nope. So I'm done. There is no excuse. It's been 4 years. If their eyes aren't open yet, there's no redeeming them. Wow.
Oh my God.
Apparently they're going to be sent straight to hell. I knew my family was flawed, but I thought they were at least halfway intelligent and kind. The Trump era has proven me wrong.
Oh God.
Where are their morals? I feel like there should be violin music playing in the background here. Where is their empathy for others? Where is their common sense and common decency? I don't know. I'm left gobsmacked. How could I come from people who think so differently and badly?
Wow.
Everyone is immoral except for people who think like me.
That's right.
How fucking arrogant.
And the thing, the Trump era, like it's like the fucking Jurassic. It's like it's the era of Trump. You know, whatever.
When will these people learn that you're supposed to agree with me or you're wrong?
Yeah, I mean, if your family disagrees with you, you just cut them out of your life. That's not coldish, right?
Yeah,
Not at all.
This person just needs to set themselves on fire.
Yeah.
The only way to purity is by ignoring people who are impure.
Yeah. I know what Trump supporters in my family would say. I'm a loony, Hillary-loving libtard brainwashed by socialism and college elites.
Yes.
Where's the lie?
Bingo.
Oi. Then they turn on another episode of Tucker Carlson or Judge Jeanine on Fox News. I'm not taking it anymore. My eyes will get stuck from all of the rolling. My tongue has been bitten too many times. My ears can't handle hearing them spew Trump rhetoric. And now there should be like a triumphant orchestral music, coming up. My heart hurts knowing my family supports a monster. I'm done.
Good God.
A bit melodramatic, I'm done trying to mend family fences. I'm done trying to keep strained family relationships cordial. I'm done trying to reason with people bankrupt of logical reason. I'm done trying to avoid supper spats and holiday hollering. Staying close to my family members who lack values and facts isn't worth it.
Wow.
Remember, guys, Trump's trying to divide us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is there a strain of like marijuana that makes you batshit stuck up bitch crazy?
Mm-hmm.
There's gotta be.
I mean, it makes you paranoid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just gonna see if there's anything else interesting or if we should move on to the next article. Let's see.
This one just sounds like your ordinary, everyday Hillary supporter that is still butthurt even 4 years later.
It's not just butthurt. I mean, they're absolutely insane about it.
Yeah.
I just can't even. How have they no empathy? Did these people never once, when you got hurt or you were sad, come and sit down and console you? Oh no, Trump gave us COVID. Oh no, fuck off.
The thing that gets me is like she's showing that she herself has no empathy because she can't empathize with the other half of her family.
Well,
Indeed,
Terry,
she just writes them off as insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that,
well,
like
Terry, that's Donald Trump's fault. Donald Trump made them less compassionate for other people.
You know, it's probably because they don't have enough melanin. I heard some guy say you need melanin for compassion.
We
That
was
is your soul.
compassionate. We
That
was
soul will.
compassionate and shit.
I just love the irredeemable part. Like, like they're
Yeah.
pure evil. They need to go to hell. They're inhuman.
Yes. These are people that have no redeeming qualities.
But it does come back to that whole thing where the right thinks the left is wrong and the left thinks the right is evil. Like, we can see more and more. The left is fully convinced that if you disagree with them, it's not a political difference. It's a moral failing on your part for not agreeing with them.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a religion.
Yeah, it is.
There's also a gigantic amount of a tolerance difference, too.
Hey, the left is the party of love and tolerance, and they'll beat you until you recognize it.
Yeah.
They recognize.
Just the South Park Death Camp of Tolerance episode was like
Yes.
decades ahead of its time.
Except it really wasn't, because that's been going on all along. It's just expanded to be everywhere. It used to be just a small group of morons.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I've always noticed is that this didn't start yesterday. This started a long, long time ago. The first instance that I guess if I was to be cringy about it, you could call it the first red pill moment. Was when I was a little kid and I heard about the Black People Network, and I asked myself, why isn't there a White People Network? And you can't ask that question because people would get offended by it. They wouldn't give you an answer, but they would get offended by it. That's kind of that moment where I basically woke up to the whole notion of critical thinking. I wish that some of these other people would wake up to that notion, because they're still repeating that bullshit.
I used to get in trouble as a kid because we had an ad on TV saying, to violence against women, Australia says no. And I would ask, why is it only women? And that apparently you shouldn't be asking that question.
Well, Terry, it's 60%, 66% women and 33% other.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna move on to the second article, where we can all learn 5 bold ways white male allies can step up against racism.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was hoping we'd learn that.
I can't.
Do I get to admit that I'm racist now?
Is it gonna burn when I pee?
Oh, and
Well, yeah, but not because of the racism.
Oh, okay.
to continue with my promise, Jack, you are a racist. I promised I would say that, so I've done that.
How white men can evolve from ordinary allies to anti-racist co-conspirators.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Calling them
Ordinary-
co-conspirators. Maybe you should think about it.
Is it? I thought it was a bad thing to be a co-conspirator.
I was going to say, this whole stream's going to get pulled down for conspiracy theories just by talking about this.
The nice thing about being an inclusion expert is that I get to see both the best and the worst human behavior.
I love the inclusion expert. What the fuck is that?
Inclusion expert.
I'm an
can't
expert
even-
at including things.
They can't even have a bowl of a bowl of cereal in the morning because they got to pour every single cereal into the bowl at once in little tiny individual portions.
But you gotta make sure that there's the same number of pieces of cereal and Lucky Charm marshmallows.
Oh, those marshmallows are nasty.
The marshmallows are great.
Those marshmallows are gross. They're ones that dried up in the back shelf somewhere. And they're like, fuck it, put it in cereal. Kids will eat it.
Yeah, it's the cereal part that's bland. You know, you got.
Excuse me, I'm a cinnamon toast crunch extremist.
I like cinnamon toast crunchy. It calms my belly, but I'm a Cocoa Pebbles kind of man.
I don't know. Honey Bunches of Oats is where it's at.
What are you, 50?
Hey, we finally discovered a boring food that Frosted eats.
Throw some ranch on that shit or something.
Well, yeah, but at least it's got honey. You know, with you it would just be oats.
Like a horse.
Don't like that sugar and cinnamon, so you decided to go for almonds.
Just get him a feed bag already.
Witnessing the extremes gives rise to gratitude in the face of folks really working to do right by others. It is from this place that I have been fortunate to enjoy close relationships, including one failed marriage with white men who sought to be allies. Shocker.
A marriage with men? Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think your grammar is off there just a tad.
well, maybe it was polygamy. I don't know, but it just sounds very odd.
White male allies exist in all walks of life, but it's the ones who move beyond the basic status of passive ally and evolve into intentional accomplices and conscious co-conspirators that influence the most meaningful change. These suggestions are applicable to white people of all genders. All genders.
I mean, all two of them?
Yep. So don't feel excluded by the title. I've chosen to speak to white men because they occupy the seat of power that needs to be addressed most urgently. Of course, you can make donations to charities and foundations, but you should also make choices that affect black folks a lot closer to home and much more personally.
Don't forget that was capital B.
Yep.
To me, the seat of power sounds like a euphemism for a toilet.
Kind of is.
Yep. And what color is a toilet? White.
There you go.
Hey,
That's a racist toilet.
and any seat can be a toilet seat if you cut a hole in it.
Well, I mean, you don't even have to do that.
God.
Whether it's you who seeks guidance about how to show up for black, indigenous, and people of color, BIPOC, or you aspire to influence a white man in your life, here are a few next-level examples to consider.
Oh, this ought to be good.
So, first one, embrace your privilege.
What if I don't want to?
Seriously.
I thought we were meant to check the privilege, not embrace it. I thought we were supposed to work towards overcoming it. Isn't that what we're supposed to do it?
Well,
The privilege thing, I mean, aside from being like a circular argument or a non-falsifiable argument, it's always bothered me because they're clearly trying to get you to say that you're a bad person or that you're a racist, but they will never say that directly. They'll always just say, tell us about your privilege. Tell us about how privilege is wrong and how you embody it. We're not saying that you're evil. We're just saying that you inhabit all of these evil things.
Yeah. And thanks, Robert Lapine, for subscribing. Or Lapien, I don't know. It's today.
Well, even after all this time, I'm still waiting for my privilege check. You know, I've yet to receive it.
Well, your privilege check was actually hidden in your other nipple.
Oh, damn. Low blow.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules.
It's his nipplage check.
Yeah.
Yes, that's my nipple check. It's my nipple privilege, right? That I only have one.
So, the co-conspirator's journey toward equity and justice begins by embracing your privilege. No need to cringe or try to wash your ears out. Privilege is not a dirty word. All of us have privilege, not just cis-het white men. However, white men often have particular types of unearned privilege that accelerate and ease their path to success. It's not a crime, in effect. No need to be ashamed or nor defensive about your privilege. It is what it is. It's what you do with it that matters more than the fact that you have it. So this is essentially with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the right thing, honky.
Uncle Ben, I'm white. I don't know what to do with this. I'm gonna go try and win a wrestling match with it.
For money. And then ignore the poor man who's miraculously getting robbed right in front of you.
Yeah, you see, there's some Black Lives Matter in there too. The good news is that embracing your privilege versus being ashamed of it or feigning degrees of denial allows you to access new levels of service to humanity. This isn't for the individualistic, selfishly minded person with no empathy for humanity. I'm talking to the folks who see that the world is a hot mess, feel that racism is real, understand that it's hurting and killing people, and who want to be part of the solution. Welcome back to the family. We're glad you're here.
No. It is not a hot mess unless you're the kind of person that sees it as such. So go fuck yourself.
And of course, number 2, give us your money.
No, that's always number 1.
Share the wealth.
Whenever I see this privilege crap, I'm just taken back to that gigantic fat black woman who has that what is it, the PayPal me at the bottom of her thing when she makes this big presentation saying how much privilege white people have and how virtuous she is. I don't think so.
Any sharing of actual money can be a form of reparations and wealth redistribution. Reparations are bold yet appropriate choice. There are many ways to accomplish this, scalable to your level of income and access. You can sponsor someone's private school or college tuition with no strings attached.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, all white people have the ability to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all rich.
Yeah. Make the down payment on someone's home.
So I like that they're keeping it nice and
Yeah,
achievable.
mine.
Person.
Someone being me.
Co-sign for something you can buy outright and be prepared to pick up the tab if someone hits on tough times.
Why would we have to do that? So people can just go loot it.
But looting is a legitimate form of political expression, remember?
Looting is speech, Moonshock.
Yeah.
How dare you, sir?
My bad.
Invest in BIPOC businesses.
BIPOC. God.
BIPOC sounds like some Star Trek species.
It really does.
I don't know.
But BIPOC sounds like the name of like one of those medicinal those companies that have the really vague sounding names and you have no idea what they do at all.
Yeah.
See,
Like an evil corporation.
Conglomco.
to
Yeah.
me, it sounds like someone, you know how like parents try to be cool, but they get everything wrong? And they heard that there's this rapper called Tupac, and they just get the name wrong. Oh, BIPOC. Yeah, I'm a big fan of BIPOC.
Well, bi means two, so Tupac.
Exactly.
How was the BIPOC show?
Schedule events at black-owned venues and hire black vendors.
What if I don't have anything that would qualify for either of those?
Mm-hmm.
What if I don't want to hire black vendors because they don't have anything I want?
Then you're racist and irredeemable.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but I just can't use any fried okra in my vending machine.
Start a trust fund for a black child or person of color.
No.
Oh wait, they have some for less rich people apparently.
Let's hear those.
If you aren't pulling in 6+ figures, that may seem out of reach. In that case, you can intentionally purchase BIPOC-owned products and services. Research and support BIPOC-owned businesses. Promote those businesses to your network. Gift a family or BIPOC business streaming service subscriptions, Wi-Fi and/or Wi-Fi devices.
You hear that, everybody? Give to Satsu's Streamlabs. There you go.
Yeah.
Sponsored.
Hey, can I just say, how many words have they come up with in the last few years alone to describe black people or black people related things? Because there are at least like 30 different acronyms that all basically mean the same thing.
And we've had a perfectly good word starting with N dating back for hundreds of years.
Yes, non-white.
Nice.
That's right, Terry. He meant non-white, Susan.
That would be a good time for Monkey to say, how many fingers does it take to touch it?
7. That's to see it. To touch it will probably be about, 11.
Oh, God.
And finally, build a relationship with local community centers. Find out what folks need and use your resources and connections to help.
No.
I'm just going to go quickly through the rest of them. Let's see. Share your access. Memberships and guest memberships to country clubs, business networks, arts, sports, and entertainment venues. Seats on boards of directors, advisory boards. Let's see.
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was just written for billionaires.
Oh, so I should just arbitrarily, if I'm on the board of directors, like, oh, hey, I found this black guy on the street. We should put him in the board of directors just because.
Yep.
No.
I think that this person thinks that all white people are rich, like legitimately. I know I was joking about that, but I think that this person actually thinks that.
Alright, and we'll just go with the last one. Demystify the delusion of white supremacy. This is my favorite accomplice action. I love this because it encourages white people to disturb the precarious white equilibrium and violate the racist status quo. Tell the BIPOC folks around you what is happening behind closed doors. You know, all the white folk meetings we have. We gotta let them know about it.
Bilderberg much?
Yeah.
Make sure you keep Satsu updated because I don't think any of us get to talk to him nearly as often as you do. So just keep him posted.
Oh my God.
I'll let them know what it is.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Validate their experiences, fears, concerns, and hunches that racism is alive and well, and do not shy away from naming the examples you've seen and how you failed to disrupt them or succeeded.
Well, I wonder if it counts if you say, look, I don't actually hate black people, just you.
Yeah, that's definitely not racist.
Excellent.
I love this. Just tell all your black people that they should always be afraid and the world is out to get them.
I need to break in here real quick. Thank you, Shrouded Angel. I appreciate the donation on Streamlabs.
Yeah, that's right. There should be a link in the chat to donate to Moonshock's Streamlabs to help with his medical bills.
And the message said, have some money.
I will give black people anything they want. As long as the cotton is picked by the end of the day, whatever I can do to keep them motivated is fine.
And that's if they work at a pharmacy picking the cotton out of pill bottles, right, Terry?
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
And when does this delusion of white supremacy start? Like in the womb or something? Like, or you're born all of a sudden, it's like, oh my God, this white supremacy is everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, it is what coats the walls.
So now semen is racist because it's white.
And it makes everything white.
All right.
Oh God.
I'm officially writing a book called Coating the Walls with Privilege.
That's a perfect title for an article too. I can see that on Medium right now.
When you choose not to protect racists in favor of helping people of color, your evolution is well on its way. It took multiple interventions from my white male co-author, Ryan Honeyman, so basically buy my book, and my white presenting co-author,
White presenting.
What the hell is white presenting?
It means that they're not white, but they look kind of white. So that makes them as evil. It's essentially their way of saying, okay, well, we know that George Zimmerman wasn't white, but we still need to push a narrative.
It's basically like if Sean King actually was black.
Oh, he's black presenting.
Pass for white. Like,
Now, wouldn't that be Eddie Murphy in Coming to America when he played that white guy?
Oh, the Jew, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's white presenting.
Yeah. Or Dave Chappelle when he plays the newscaster.
Or how Kyle Rittenhouse, a Latino kid, shot 3 white people and is somehow a white supremacist.
He's Latino?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rittenhouse doesn't sound very Latino.
Oh my god.
It doesn't, but he is.
Yeah.
A white Latino. That's why it doesn't sound Latino.
Yeah.
White presenting. Good god.
Latin X is what you're supposed to say.
Well, I don't know. The author must be racist. I was concerned that I could never safely speak the truth of racism on large platforms. Now I can...
Oh, finish the article. Scientific news.
Now I can scarcely imagine a reality in which I am not voicing my opinions and my observations on the reality of racism to anyone with an internet-enabled device or a penchant for books.
And boy, are they happy you do.
Oh god. White presenting. I'm still stuck on that one.
Does anyone here have SoundPad? You could do that thing from the critic. Buy my book. Buy my book. An article.
I wish I could do a good John Lovitz impression.
Well, I mean, get the actual sound clip, put it on soundboard so you can just play it when impersonate his voice.
I don't know. I'll have to think about making a soundboard. I don't know.
Oh god.
All right. I think it's time to move on to the next one.
Oh, but before you do, kind of major news. This from Jack Cochran from the New York Times. Suspect in fatal Portland shooting is killed by officers during arrest.
Oh god.
What?
What shooting is this?
Remember the guy who basically executed the Trump supporter in the street? He dead.
For real?
Yeah.
For real. This is the New York Times.
Wait, I figured they already arrested him. I mean, didn't they do an interview?
No, they hadn't. They interviewed him, but he was in hiding.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, Vice interviewed him, I think. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
that's
Vice
him.
interviewed him. Yeah. He's dead. Officers killed him, and frankly, I will not cry for him. I'm not gonna, because he would have gotten away with it. I'm sorry, but he would have gotten away with it.
I feel like it's my fault because I just reached out to the DA and asked him to do something about that guy.
Monkey, please stop ordering hits on people.
Leave that to Hillary.
Yeah. So what was he resisting? What'd he do?
You want me to send you the article, or would you rather I just kind of get the 10,000-foot view?
I don't know. Just give us the Reader's Digest of it.
Maybe if they ask the wrong question.
You asked the wrong person. I'm terrible at reading. Yes, but get to the shooting. Get to the goddamn shooting.
I feel like Jack mumbles to himself like this a lot.
Let us proceed.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, this is
go
just
on. I'll
great.
read it in the meantime.
All right. So until then, let's go on to our next article. What does it mean to be a man?
Oh.
Why redefining masculinity has become an urgent necessity. I'm often shocked by how often I hear people, woke, feminist women in fact, use the language of toxic masculinity. We say we want to topple the patriarchy, and yet we are sometimes quick to weaponize it against men. From these women, I still hear expressions like "grow a pair" or "nut up." Well, they are fun expressions, to be fair. When a man crosses a boundary, he's often met with a dig about his penis size, instead of a firm, "That's inappropriate. Now get the fuck away from me." As a woman, I do have to throw a little mercy at my sisters who say these things. Well, of course you do. We have endured some serious shit over the years, and it gets tiring. You get yet another dick pic and are so sick of the constant violations that responding, "I hope you and your micro dick fuck off," really doesn't seem that bad.
Wow.
I forget who it was, but someone on Twitter was saying that when they get unwanted dick pics, they ask them why they sent a child's penis to them and threaten to report them for child porn.
I've seen that, and that's my favorite response to it.
Yeah, you just gotta be creative with it.
Yeah.
I saw a chick, she posted the responses she got from doing that, and people were freaking the fuck out. Why are you sending me a baby's dick?
That's gross.
Yeah, from what I can read in this article, there is nothing about what actually happened, just that he was shot.
Huh.
Well, I'm sure everything will be very peaceful in Portland tonight.
Well, the question is, was he sad?
For
Yeah, no.
a second there, I didn't realize Monkey was talking about the previous thing, the shooting, and I was like, wait, just for sending a dick pic?
Yes, that happens.
So I kind of went over the article thing, and basically it doesn't say anything. It just says he was killed in an he was killed. It doesn't even say there was an altercation. It just says he was killed. For all we know, motherfucker shot himself.
Well, no need to wait for details. It was obviously racism. We need to burn down some buildings.
Yeah, he died. The New York Times came. They were the first with the story. They got one line and expanded it to like a whole fucking page. But they were the first with the story.
Maybe
Razorfist tweeted out, "Press F to defecate" for that story.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Fuck that guy. I'm glad he's dead. He's a murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a piece of shit. The local court system would have let him get away with it because they're corrupt.
Did you read the Vice article? He said
No, I
that the
didn't.
reason that he shot that guy is because that guy was going to stab someone. And then he keeps talking and he goes, yeah, he was either going to mace him or stab him. I'm like, whoa.
So you don't even
get in the corner. Entirely different things.
Thanks for subscribing, Virgil Grin.
Virgil, how you doing, man?
So what was that based on? Like, did he say that the guy was threatening him, or what?
He said that it was that he was threatening his friend of color. He actually said that.
Well, I mean, if a guy threatens your fuck, then what are you gonna do?
Nobody gets in the way of my fuck, man.
your fuck.
Yeah.
My fuck is strong, yo.
Yeah.
me and my fuck are tight.
Yeah.
We fuck all day long.
Well, I just won't let my fuck go. That's why I always say I don't give a fuck.
Well, nice. The problem was that somebody on scene, you can hear him on camera yell, "He's gonna pepper spray you," and the guy did spray pepper spray. So the "he was gonna stab him" thing is like bullshit, and this guy knew it. That's why he was in hiding. I hope he shot himself. Is that wrong to say?
You know what's going to happen? Even if he did shoot himself, the left is still going to martyr him.
Oh,
They're still
sure.
going to martyr him because they're going to say that he did it to get out of the way of being part of the horrific police system. It's going to be some serious bullshit, and he's going to martyr himself.
And thanks, Penny Lawson, for subscribing. Yeah, but if he shot himself, that means he wanted to do it, which kind of takes out the catharsis.
It doesn't matter. These are supremely delusional people. They can believe anything they want. They can make shit up, and they do, and they believe that.
Well,
there's no. Oh, sorry.
I don't think this guy was going to go to jail anyway. Not for any. I don't think they would seriously prosecuted him. He'd already been stopped twice on weapons charges. Get in the corner.
And released both times too.
Yeah.
Good God.
Oh, and thanks Della Hazed for subscribing. Hey, Della Hazed.
The same gun he probably shot this poor bastard with. So.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I know that they let off the rioters, but I mean, if the guy actually murdered someone, I think even those police would have to, put him away.
It's okay if you're not white and you murder somebody. It's okay.
The thing is, I can't speak for the police, because I personally believe that there are probably a lot of police in Portland who are still sick of this bullshit and haven't left yet.
Oh, they are.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, like the DA or whoever's holding them back.
Some high up official would have gotten themselves involved. They would have stuck their nose in, and they would have made sure that this person walked.
Yeah, you would have gotten like a slap on the wrist, like 5 years or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think they probably would have let him go. Oh, he had a knife, or you thought he was going to stab someone? Oh, it's just an honest mistake. It's all right. You can go.
The knife slipped. Oops.
Yeah, he would just get like a friend or two of his to say, "Oh yeah, the guy had a knife. It was self-defense."
One of the knives that sprays me.
It was a mistake that he confirmed verbally on camera.
Alright, I think we're going to move on to final article, which is, I'm struggling to see humanity in white people.
Good God. Who the fuck?
Black people can't be racist, everyone. Black people can't be racist.
There's a reason I based the title off of this one. There was a time...
Frosted, before you begin, I just asked, you're a white person, right? Are you human, Frosted?
I mean, I am a ginger, so...
That makes two of us.
Yeah.
I didn't ask if you had a soul. I asked if you were human.
Hey.
I don't know. I'm human adjacent. I pass for human.
Yeah, human passing.
Yeah.
Human passing. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I have all the privileges of being human. So
I don't know what's better, white adjacent or human adjacent, or just okay.
So there was a time where the pinnacle of success to me was to receive the acceptance and validation of a white person. The approval of my white teachers, of the white administrators, and the white police officers who stopped and frisked me every day as I walked home from school.
Oh, fuck you. Every day. Bullshit.
Big ol' X to doubt there.
Yeah.
I wanted them to see in me what I saw in them. If I was good enough and knew my place, one day all of the white man with the power to change my life would look down and proclaim I was someone.
Usually it's up to the person to proclaim that they're somebody, not everybody else to notice like you're automatically somebody. Go fuck yourself.
As a white person, I would just like to say today is not that day.
Yeah, it just sounds like this person has major self-esteem issues.
Yeah, and also this person, unless they're going to a courthouse every fucking day, I highly doubt they're being stopped and frisked.
For those who know me now, this probably sounds weird, but it's my ugly truth. I wanted to be seen and appreciated by white people. I wanted to know what greatness felt like. I thought greatness meant white. If I could do that, it would mean that I had arrived, that I was worth something, that my life meant something. What I know now to be a lie, but what I thought then was that by being black, I was broken, a mistake, a glitch in the matrix. And because of
What?
this, he was broken because he was black.
Apparently so.
It's in soap and water. It comes right off.
Yeah.
He's trying to sound self-pitying, but he miraculously makes it sound like self-aggrandizing at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy either just had some major like mental issues or he's
Still
just
has.
lying.
Well, sounds like he's a self-hating black guy.
Or he was, or
He's like Uncle Ruckus, you know?
and because of this unforced error, I would need to do everything in my power to show I was more than my flawed skin.
What?
His skin was flawed, monkey.
They make cosmetics for that.
Was he ashy? Get some lotion, homie. You'll be fine.
Yeah, take it from him. He knows.
My understanding is that black don't crack. Shouldn't it be good skin?
It don't crack, but it does get ashy.
Yeah, I learned that from Chappelle's show.
Is that painful, by the way?
Everything I know about black people, I learned from Chappelle.
Good God.
I'm ashamed when I think of the lengths I went to in order to gain their approval. I refused to say the N-word. I stopped
Chicken.
Stop eating chicken.
I stopped eating chicken. I turned my nose up to rap music. Well, rap music just sucks anyway.
That's true.
I
That's
secretly...
not true.
That's true.
I'll make an exception for MC Hammer, but the rest of it sucks.
Oh my God.
Why do black people have some sort of domain over chicken? They do realize that chicken is like the single most popular meat in the world. Well, not in the world, but in America, right?
Black people invented chickens.
Yes.
And also frying of that chicken. That's also owned by black people.
Yeah.
And they invented wheat and bread.
I secretly looked for skin whitening products, and even played around with the idea of joining the Republican Party.
Oh.
No.
Really?
Yeah, this never happened.
Yep, the X is getting bigger. I jumped through hoops and contorted myself, begging for validation and attention. I hated everything about me and tried to mimic everything I thought was virtuous about them, all for a little pat on the back.
So you're a circus performer. Got it.
Now they're bringing your boy Pat into this? That's uncalled for.
The secret about being black in America is that no matter where you go or what you do, you'll always be a nigga. It took me a long time to accept that. It didn't matter what I did or how well I dressed, in spite of all of the $10 words and shitty Creed songs I tried to learn. There was never going to be anything I could do to get white people to see the humanity in me.
I find it very interesting that a black man would go to Creed.
Yeah, I don't think I could
What kind
name
of white people were you hanging out with?
Seriously.
Yeah, I don't think I could name a single Creed song.
Can they see this author? Is there a picture of him?
Let's see.
If they had accepted it, then why did they use an A at the end of nigger instead of ER, which is, how it's actually spelled? Like, then they wouldn't have to shy away from saying it if they had accepted that, being black is cool and awesome.
Well, his picture is very dark skinned, but he has possibly the whitest name I've ever seen.
How old is he?
Let's see.
Wow, that dude. Stanley Fritz.
It doesn't say.
Oh, there he is.
He's probably in his early 30s if he was listening to Creed. But seriously,
The fuck is a
Does
table flipper?
why is it that stereotypes are the worst thing ever until they're coming from one of the victims, one of the so-called victims?
Yeah.
Like, this person just listed every single black stereotype in the group and then blames us.
And
Blames white people.
and
Yeah.
white stereotypes.
And he calls himself a non-respectable Negro.
Well, I want to know about his running habits. He seems like a bit of a jogger to me.
word is orc.
If I was a black person, I'd hate this guy. If I was a black person, I'd say no. You become a white person. I don't want you representing me.
No, I asked about his age because if he's not in his 50s or 60s, his whole story's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It just is. I mean,
don't worry, it gets better. It took watching Trayvon Martin being shot and killed in cold blood, and then demonized by the same people whose affection I desired for me to understand that. I remember.
You saw Trayvon get killed?
Yeah.
Hey, you watched? Was he there?
I'm sure the police would love to speak with him.
Yeah. But no, he's not respectable enough.
Of course not.
Because he a liar.
I remember the disappointment I felt when, while talking to a white friend, he expressed confusion at the anger over George Zimmerman. I pointed out that Trayvon was not armed and was minding his own business, but it didn't matter.
He still attacked a man.
No, those are lies, monkey. Those are all lies. When I pointed out that I could have easily been Trayvon, his response was, "You're a large black man. Can you really be upset if someone shoots you because they're afraid of what you might do?"
Did not happen.
No.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
How many of these how many fake stories have we had in this article now?
At least 3. Probably
this
like
is
half a
entirely
dozen.
factual. And I'm very offended at the implication that none of this happened. This is gospel's truth.
Yeah. Those comments ended that friendship and my fantasy. It's been 8 years since he was murdered. It took that to pull me off the road to being an Uncle Tom.
See, the way that's written, it sounds like he killed his friend.
Yeah. That's,
He might have.
that's why I stumbled there for a sec.
Yeah, is he writing his fucking memoirs?
White supremacy makes you think that because your skin is dark and you don't come from Europe, you are the problem. It tells you that the police have every right to shoot someone in the back 7 times with his children present because black people are savages.
This person clearly has no idea what the fuck he's talking about, but whatever.
No, he knows exactly what he's talking about. He thinks he's a savage.
He knows everything
projected.
about black people and white people. Didn't you hear what he said about Creed?
He thinks he's evil. He thinks he's a terrible person, but he thinks he's the most wonderful person in his own life because the world centers around him. So he's the victim, and he is projecting. This is all one giant projecting.
If it helps, I think he's half right. I think he's a terrible person.
It tells you that the police have... I already did that part. It tells the world that black people have no humanity, nor do they deserve it. Then proceed to show you exactly what they mean as they gaslight everyone while defending state-sanctioned violence. The shooting of Jacob Blake doesn't just hurt because I understand very clearly that I could one day be him. Well, not if you don't sexually assault your wife and, try to drive off with your kids with a knife and all that, but whatever. Alright, I have long come to terms with the fact that my life expectancy will decrease significantly when the police or white people in general are around.
Your life expectancy will decrease. Will decrease dramatically when you gain 300 pounds. That's right. If he's going with all the stereotypes, so am I.
Watermelon doesn't make you fat. What are you talking about?
Even among a group of white allies, I am never completely at ease, because whiteness is an inherent threat to anyone who is black. It's an ugly truth, but it's the truth.
How?
Just listen and believe, Moon. The part that hurts my soul is the part of me that still has had hope in white people, The part of me that believes white people need to be willing and able to join us in the fight against anti-blackness in order for us to successfully dismantle white supremacy. It's the part of me...
I remember Satsu saying that blackness is the nickname that Squishy gives a certain body part of his. So anti-blackness is really anti-Satsu's dick, which I think is
Yeah. We all have to be we all have to learn to accept Satsu's dick. Because it's not safe in a crowd of white people.
Oh, God.
It's a part of me that still clings to them being able to see me and others like me. However, despite thousands of examples of black people being terrorized by the police, thousands,
huh?
Donald Trump's consistent incompetence and everyday white nonsense, there is still an overwhelming defense and dismissal of black pain.
Capital B.
No, it's not that there's a dismissal of black pain. It's that y'all are full of shit.
Yeah. I mean, no, it's all true.
Why would he lie? What could he possibly stand to gain?
Yeah.
Well, and I also love how he says state sanctioned violence. There's like, is there a fucking budget line item that says black people? Kill black people, because we want to make that a normal part of our procedures.
Yeah, when the cop is falling behind, the supervisor comes in telling him he's got to get his numbers up.
They take him in Harlem and say, don't come out until the quota's been filled.
You haven't met your quota of hate crimes yet.
This isn't a small subset of the whites. It's actually still the majority. Whether they defend the indefensible, vote for white supremacists, or stay quiet when injustice happens, more white people show they are comfortable in their supremacy than they are mad at the harm. And because of that, more black people will die, more kids will be put in cages, and white supremacist groups like the NYPD and the Republican Party will continue to thrive.
Nice. I like that. That's a good one. White supremacist groups like the NYPD and the Republican Party.
Yeah.
Which brings me to where I am today. If white people continue to refuse to see how white supremacy harms not only us, but them, if they continue to look the other way or even celebrate the real violence done to black and brown people, is there really a path to restoration?
Capital B on brown. But I noticed that all the whites were all lowercase, but the B's are all capitals.
Yeah. Can we look at everything happening right now and not begin to question whether all this time it was white people who have lost their humanity? I want to believe in a world where we can all live together in harmony and the poison of white supremacy is destroyed. But every day, it gets harder to see that. It gets harder to trust that white people will show up. It gets harder to expect anything from them. Maybe I should have stopped a long time ago.
Then maybe you should just leave the fucking country. Because apparently it's so dangerous for you here. Just go, leave.
Hey, go to South Africa. You can oppress a few white farmers there.
Yeah, they'll give you a land.
No, those are conspiracy theories. They don't have that. That's not happening.
We'll live together in harmony. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
I wish that we could live together in harmony. Get away from me. You'll make me dirty.
The poison of white supremacy.
This is one of the biggest X to doubt articles ever.
This guy, man, I've never seen somebody who hated himself so much and then just pulls himself up. It's like, hey, look how good I am now because I realized how black I am.
I think this guy actually hates everybody. I think that he hates himself for being black, and I think he hates white people for being white.
I think he's full of shit and trying to get sympathy. I think he hates his life and wants to be a part of something that doesn't want him because he's annoying and who wants to be around that.
So, Frosted, do you think you've got another bingo card in you? Do you think you could drum on up for Medium articles?
I don't know. I mean, I have a feeling that the TEDx bingo and the medium bingo card would be very similar.
Probably,
But-
yeah.
But I could look into it. I don't know.
The medium one would be much more dangerous, though, because if you think TEDx has a low standard for letting people do things, medium articles.
Well, Pregnant Goku is the proof that Medium has no standards. It's like,
Well, before you criticize Terry, I don't think Pregnant Goku would fill out a single X on that bingo card.
that is true.
Pregnant
But
Goku would be the free space.
My point is that if they would accept that as an article, then they would accept literally anything. Like, there's no standard.
What about abortion Goku?
Ah.
Yeah.
It would depend if you were pro or against. If you're in favor of aborting Goku, then yeah, that's fine.
Well, it's medium, so they're going to be pro-abortion, so yeah.
Kind
I
of
also-
changes what Dragon Balls are, isn't it?
I also think that they're trying to compete with you, Monkey, on the pause game. Look at Tucker's face right there.
Well, he always has the, what kind of idiot are you look on his face.
I like to call it the constipation look. He always likes to take a big dump. That's just me.
And now I think we're going to move on to the Twitter portion of the show.
Yay.
Here we go.
All right. So,
Is the tweet real or fake? You decide.
so we're going to start off with Monkey's best friend, Alyssa Milano.
Oh.
There's nothing well-regulated about a 17-year-old boy claiming to be part of an armed criminal militia and murdering people in the streets. This is hashtag Trump violence in Trump's America and sponsored by the NRA. Hashtag no RA, hashtag Black Lives Matter.
Alyssa, in any world where the militia would actually happen, it would be inherently criminal. It would be an illegal militia because its responsibility would be fighting it back against the government.
Not to mention they're still clinging to the whole it's got to be a well-regulated militia argument,
Yep.
which everybody knows is bullshit.
What does that even mean? Well regulated. Does it mean they show up at the same place every week?
Trained, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
It means they ate a lot of fiber.
And what's that emoticon after Black Lives Matter? Is that just like 3 shades of brown skin?
Yeah,
I think they're supposed to be fists or something.
But I just want to say, I hate the censor bot on YouTube. I tried to say that the NRA stands for the Nigger Removal Agency,
Corner.
but no matter how much I asterisked out of the N word, it still wouldn't let me post it.
That's not funny.
And thanks Emphaser for subscribing, or Mphaser, I'm not sure. Alright. Next one is from Chris Murphy. I don't know who that is, but... Can we take the gloves off and tell the truth? Trump is deliberately killing people. He holds rallies where people get infected. On Thursday, no social distancing or masks, sending a clear message that the CDC should be ignored. His plan is to kill people, let's just say it.
Well,
Who was this again?
Chris Murphy.
Yeah, he's a House of Representatives member. He's a congressman who has a book for sale, you guys, and so he's gotten really, really edgy over there on the Twitter machine.
Buy my book. Buy my book.
He's not a Bond villain, but like he doesn't just want to kill mass numbers of people just for the hell of it.
Well, these are people who are so are so deranged about their hatred of this man that they just think that anything that sounds vaguely evil is something Trump would do. You could say anything, and they would be, really? He did?
But, like, he just has, like, a box of kittens that he strangles in his spare time.
That was like on South Park where someone wanted to prove that the girl wasn't evil, so he kept handing her bunnies, and she just kept breaking the necks of them all.
Oh, yeah. Man, that's an old episode. That's like season 2.
And I don't watch the more recent stuff, so I haven't seen it in like 15 years. But yeah, no,
That's
all my
that-
memories of South Park are very early seasons.
That's the
Great Expectations. Great Expectations.
Yeah, Great Expectations. Pip was the main character in that one.
That's it. Yep. That's it.
All right, 3 bunnies. Surely you won't kill 3 bunnies.
It's got a fucking pile. I didn't want to. I'm bored. See, you're good. No, give it here. No. That was a great one. I actually used to watch. That's one of my favorite episodes. I like the ones where they go weird like that.
Yeah.
And they had Malcolm McDowell as a British person. Like that was the character's name.
I love those guys.
Well, the way the guy sounds like he holds rallies where people get infected is that one of those kind of parties that parents hold for kids? It's like, let's give chicken pox. And Trump is like, let's have a rally where people can get infected. Are these planned apocalypses?
He just likes killing people. That's all.
That reminded me of another South Park episode where Kyle gets the chicken pox because his parents sent him to play with the kids who had it, and then he ends up.
And he had it, yeah.
Yeah. And then they give.
What's the game that they played? The Sticky Mouth or something like that?
Oogie
I
mouth.
forget the name.
Oogie mouth.
Oh yeah. It's like spitting each other's mouths.
All right, the next one. Tom Arnold.
Oh,
Oh god.
Oh boy.
Fuck Bill Maher. He let Trey Gowdy off the hook on his fucking show last night. Bill Maher needs to fucking step up. No more dumbass jokes. No more Michael Moore, I told you so. Fuck Michael Moore. He's pals with Bannon. Fuck Van Jones. He's a Kushner-loving Republican plant too.
sounds like Tom Arnold wants a gay orgy with a bunch of other celebrities.
Seriously, he likes to throw that word around.
Imagine thinking that Van Jones was a plant of all people. Dude's one of the most batshit crazy people of all.
No, the real plant is Anderson Cooper.
Yeah, I think Tom might just be a little unhinged.
I mean, he was in Roseanne. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, don't stick your dick in crazy.
You
I
can't
think
go
I
in there and come out normal.
I think I actually responded to this tweet by saying, what was it? God, Tom Arnold. Remember when he was a household name?
Me neither.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
Was he in anything besides Roseanne?
True Lies.
True Lies, yeah.
yeah, that's about it.
No, like sitcoms or whatever.
No, well, I think he was in a couple that never took off. He was a producer before he married her fat ass.
That he was in Roseanne is true in two different ways.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
He was probably in her butt, too, which,
Oh,
they're back.
I mean, do you want to go in there and search and make sure you got the right hole?
you heard it here, folks. Roseanne does butt stuff.
Actually, I think that's in her book.
Confirmed by Hollywood Insider Ranting Monkey.
All right, and the last tweet. I just thought this one was hilarious. It's by someone named N. Wee. A black person running away from you is not a runaway slave. # Black Lives Matter. And then it's got # Justice for Daniel Prude. # AmeriKKK. And one of the reasons I love it is just because it has a picture of a badge that says Runaway Slave Patrol. And
Wow.
Sheriff badge.
and I super want that badge.
Oh, that is awesome.
I want that badge so much.
See, now I got to get me one of those CNC machines. We're bringing the patrol back, boys.
All right.
Yeah, if America was this big KKK organization or land of the racists, then this guy wouldn't have any freedom to do any of this crap. So, I don't know.
All right, and now we're going to start a new segment, which I don't actually have a name for yet. But the way it works is I have got a freeze frame of a political figure or celebrity or, just anyone. And I took a freeze frame, and you in the chat are going to come up with a caption for this photo. And we will judge the winner, and whoever wins, we will tweet out the photo with your caption and credit you. So, if you want to submit a caption, just type caption : and then whatever it is. Alright, so here is the photo.
I have to wait for it to show up here.
And that is a freeze frame of Biden from one of the interviews he did with Kamala. And I just managed to get a great freeze frame of it.
Oh my god, it's that one. I made poopy.
Nice.
Can you see it, Monkey?
Yeah, I brought it up.
Okay.
I made poopy. Joe want pudding. Come on, you gotta get more than that.
Yeah, we've only got 2 so far. Finally, the drugs have kicked in.
Ungawa. And I sat on her face and let one go.
Willie told me it'd be this good.
I wanted my bottle.
I wish I was a real boy. You see, I can still drive. Please, God, send me kids to smell.
I don't have a timer ready, but I'll give it another minute or so.
If I think real hard, Corn Pop will appear before me.
I'm a big fan of Corn Pop. That's one of my favorite Joe Biden stories.
Yeah. I'm surprised no one's come out and said I was Corn Pop.
Well, I actually read an article that says Corn Pop was a real person who has died. He was a real person that Joe Biden did have an interaction with at the pool. They didn't confirm every single detail. They just said, no, I forget his name, but this black guy, people did call him Corn Pop, and he did know Joe Biden. He's dead now.
This is how I'll milk Kamala.
Okay, that one's my favorite so far.
I like that one. I wish I had 2 fistfuls of kid right now. Oh God, I can almost smell them.
Milking Kamala is my
Yep.
so far.
That one gets my vote.
I think I'll give 10 more seconds and let's see. All right, so I don't know, gentlemen. Are we going with the milking Kamala?
That's my
That's my
favorite.
vote.
Yeah.
Sure.
I like the two handful of kids, but Milk and Kamala.
That's right, folks. If you get your answer in last, you'll probably win.
Sean DW175.
Is that with that caption?
Yep.
I like that one, yeah.
All right, so this week's winner is Sean DW175, and we'll tweet out this picture with your caption and credit you with it.
Tweet it to @Joe Biden.
All right. Well, that's all I had for today.
Good stuff.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, and so like to chill out my friends here. Jack Gunsky runs Quippers United on Tuesdays after Lords of the Night. The link to it in the description. You
Thank
can find a link to Moonshock's Streamlabs. Help with his medical bills also in the description.
appreciate any help you guys can get.
Terry is on Minions of the Zoo, and you gotta help me with the other ones.
Johnny Hellcat and Tate Camel whenever they decide to stream, and yeah, I'll also be watching Mystery Science Theater with you guys, so that's your thing to shill. So
Yeah. If you want to get in on Mystery Science Theater nights, the link to the Discord's in the description. And Monkey, I believe, started a stream.
Yeah. What does Monkey do?
Lords of the Something. Monkey.
I occasionally stream when I get bored.
Occasionally.
Yeah. So you can find that wherever fine streams are sold.
Morning as well.
AKA just after the stream, I'll be streaming.
I probably will be.
Yeah.
I was gonna go to bed, but with this asshole getting shot,
Oh, he's got news to talk about.
got news to break.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
It's too good. It's too juicy.
it's too satisfying.
It's too milky.
I mean, whoops. It's too interesting.
All right. Well,
I realize that in the abstract, it's probably a bad thing because he's a martyr now. But at the same time, it's kind of like it's like eating a piece of cake. You know it's bad, but you still enjoy it while it's there.
And speaking of juicy and satisfying, I'd like to thank my friends and my guest. That would be Jack Gunsky,
Well, thank you for having me.
Terry Diamantis,
Bye, everyone.
Diamantis.
Terry D. Mantis, Moonshock,
Have a good night, everybody.
and Ranting Monkey.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. You're welcome back anytime.
I appreciate it. And sorry I missed last week, and I really do feel bad about that. I want you to
But
know.
you're apologizing.
I had no sleep. I was actually going to skip Lords of the Night because of how little sleep I had. And Lady Monkey reminded me, don't forget you're supposed to go on Frost's show tonight. I was like, fuck! So I stayed up just for you.
That's the reaction you want when people think of your stream. Ah, fuck.
I couldn't, back out again because I felt like an ass from last week. So
It's
I
funny
love you
because
guys, and I just wanted to make sure you knew that.
Thanks, Monkey. It's
Yes.
it's a good help to the channel, and like I said, you're welcome back anytime. So, all right, I'm gonna end the stream. So, bye, guys.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.